Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, on with the Enfield. It's going to be a bit of a short day today, but we'll still cover a little bit on sort of sorting the exhaust out. Had a bit of a late start. I've barely had any sleep because I was retrieving a slightly drunk stepdaughter out of town at 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning. Yeah. It's out celebrating exam results. Anyway, got all that sorted, couldn't get back to sleep very well, so it's going to be a short day because I've got other things on, but we'll get this exhaust sorted. So, also waiting for bits from Hitchcock's, waiting for the fixings for these, which I think will be here tomorrow. The neutral finder bolt. We've got the horn on. It may not be everyone's favourite place. I always put them there on all the builds I've done because the wiring comes down this tube and goes straight into the back of the horn, so it hides it nicely. What else we got? Lots, obviously. Anyway, exhaust. So this being a 350, the exhaust that you get for the 350s, I do not like the shape of them. I've done this in the past where I've put 500 exhausts on them. They are slightly bigger. They run fine, but they look loads better. The British made exhaust, as in like just the header pipe, the down pipe, whatever you want to call it, it's just a much better shape. So on the 350, I'll try and find a picture of one and put it up about now. So on the 350, it's got this big lazy bend on it. I just don't like the look of them. With the 500 exhaust, the British made one, it's got a nice bend there, comes down straight and bends again, and off it goes down there, as you'll see in a moment. So what I have to do is make an insert, which I've turned down on the lathe already, ready to go. So the insert goes in here. It doesn't reduce the size because there is actually a step inside there. So the insert's the same size as the step inside here. And then it's sort of got a flange on this side of it, and then it's sized so the exhaust slides over it this end. Got it in the lathe, I've just finished it, so we'll get that on. Oh, another thing, I'm going to try and show it actually, and fair enough to some of you guys, thought I was running the lathe backwards, and rightly so, bring it to my attention. I never claimed to be any expert at anything, and I'm absolutely fine with people bringing things up. I do my best to read all the comments. Sometimes, as you know, I don't get through them all, but I'm fine with people telling me I'm doing something wrong or a better way of doing it. I know there's people out there that get a bit upset about that. I don't mind it, because if it helps, it helps. Even if it's come from a 5-year-old, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm fine with being told if I'm doing something wrong. I see it as help. Anyway, I'm going to try and create that scenario. You watch it, won't do it now. I'm going to try and put the lathe on, or we'll put the camera on the stick so it's still, and see if we can do it so it looks like it's running backwards. I'm going to try it. You've probably seen it. Probably in motorsport actually. Have you seen footage of cars or bikes and they're coming into the corner, they start braking heavy, and for a moment it looks like the wheels are running backwards. And I guess some of you have seen footage of helicopters flying along and it looks like the rotors are not turning. It's all to do with the frames per second on the camera, I do believe. It just messes about with the footage. I'm going to see if I can make it do it. I'm probably being totally pointless. Nobody needs to know this, but I want to try and do it and show you. If I can, that is. So, bear with me. Let's get that in the middle. Right, forward. I'm on the switch down here. Forward. And I'm looking in the camera and it absolutely does look like it's going backwards. Let's turn it off. Right, let's do it backwards. And it looks like it's going forward. I don't know how well that'll come out in the footage. So there we go. Yeah, it's just the frames per second, I do believe. That's what happens. Anyway, let's get this out the lathe and fit this exhaust. I've got to actually sort of bring the bike up a little bit as well. That's going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to lifting that. Anyway, let's get stuck in. Okie dokie. Right. Exhaust bits. So, let's say we got that insert. That obviously goes over the exhaust, the cooling ring. That flange bit there drops inside there. So we'll get all that on the exhaust first. Do it all loose to start with. So we end up with that. And obviously that's just reducing it to the size that the 350 exhaust would be. And then, hopefully without too much of a fiddle, I'm trying to put it the wrong way. Let's try that way. And that bracket on there. That seems okay. I'll do everything loose to start with. I've got to find some washers for this, but we'll just put it on loose, like I say. Silencer. That's got it. Right, let's find the bolt for that. Get in there. Sorted. We'll get that a wipe over. I think it's time to sling a strap over this as well. I'll sort one out. We certainly don't want a disaster at this point. Right, let's get that leather cleaner. Got some mucky prints on the seat. Got to do the seat up as well. There we are. It's looking all right, I think. There we go, only a short one, but we've got another bit done. I'm quite pleased with that. It's all nice and tight. It should seal up nice. I've never had a problem with them before, so I'm feeling pretty confident that it's all going to work out great. Next job for me is clean this shed up because it's atrocious and I want to get it all ready for Monday. I'm also going to try and have my weekend off. Try. Although there is one job I've got to do. I may do that tonight actually. The little black GS I believe is sold today. I've got to go and check eBay. And the next project is coming up that I'm selling. This is going to be a very brave project for somebody, or it'll be just sold for spares. It is a complete bike, although parts are off it. I think it's complete. Like I say, it would be a brave project to undertake, but there may be some very useful parts on it for somebody out there. So keep an eye on that one. I'll do a little video on it and it'll be straight onto eBay. And then I think I've got another 2 after that. I think, yeah. I'm undecided about one. I'm undecided about the KTM. I really don't know. I really like the bike, but I've not really had time to use it. It's, you know, that's a 20-year-old bike, but it's in fantastic condition for its age, really, considering it's a dirt bike, motocross bike, whatever you want to call them. But, yeah, I did have someone give me an offer on it a while ago, but it's just, no, it was too cheap, and I weren't going to sort of give it away. They're actually quite rare. It's the 520, and a lot of people say they were the better bikes, and then it moved on to the 525. The 525 is not the CC, by the way, it's just a model number. I think those all 500s. So a lot of people say the 520 was a quicker, more powerful bike. And it's getting into that area of, like I say, it's quite rare and possibly a bit of an investment. You've seen some of the really early dirt bikes and they're getting for stupid money, especially the twin shock stuff. So yeah, I don't think it's going to come down in value if anybody is interested in it. But if anybody is interested in it, it's not leaving here less than 2,000. I'd like to get above that, but we'll see. I'm still thinking about that one. But the next project will be up soon. Probably the video after this one. Anyway, that'll do. I'm going to go and get the shed cleaned up and get ready for Monday. I hopefully have the weekend off. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.